Welcome back to my channel, y'all. Welcome, friends. I'm very happy to have y'all here. Um, so I was hoping to make like a little video before Christmas and stuff, and I don't know, it was just like a very impromptu video that I'm gonna do for today. And for today's video, I would kind of like to get some messages from your boo this Christmas. Like, what is something you need to know about your boo? Um, during the holidays, and like I want to make this like super fun. So if you're not in like a committed relationship, don't worry about it. Just imagine like this is your future boo and like what would happen during like Christmas and stuff. Just very like random. So like don't worry if like, or more like forgive me, some of these messages are all over the place, but I'm just like, I just really want to tap into the energies and see like what comes out. And I'm just really curious to see like, what the holidays will look like with you and your boo. So if you do not celebrate like Christmas, I'm sorry, this might not be your video, but I'll try to make it as fun for everybody as possible. And I mean, it's even possible that other holidays could come up, like New Year's or something like that. So we'll see what the cards have to say. And today we're gonna be working with botanical inspirations, just to get us some idea of like how the the overall experience with your boo is gonna be like. And then for our next one, whispers of love, perfect for this kind of reading, just finding out what the night is gonna turn out, and what to expect, and just good messages. And then for our tarot, we will be using True Love Tarot, which is like, it's very cute art, and it has like a lot of messages, and it only pertains to like love and relationships. So from here we're gonna find out what's gonna happen, like what the tea is, and what what the love tea with your boo is, and what you are up to. Sorry, I'm like stuttering. I stutter all the time, so I'm sorry. In addition, we will be using this is one of my homemade oracle decks. I know it's a box, but the deck is in here just to get some extra messages about what might happen in the night or day. You never know. And last but not least, we're also going to be using my charm box to get some charms about your love tea. So again, I'm excited to see what's gonna come out here. And I'll set up the table so you guys can pick a pile, sorry, and I will see you soon. Hi again, everybody. So we have our piles for today. For today's pick a pile readings, I chose some stones, crystals. Why do I keep saying stones? I'm sorry. So for pile number 1, we do have this gorgeous calcite. Very beautiful. Reminds me of the ocean. So you never know, something might happen in the ocean. Hunty. For pile number 2, we have this gorgeous rose quartz. Very cute, lovely. Then for the next one, we have an amethyst. Very pretty. I'm excited. And then for our last pile, we have this gorgeous, I think it's pronounced agate. Agate? I think it's agate. And I just really love the pattern on this one. It's like beautiful. It's one of my favorites. So yeah, so this is what I have for you guys so far. So feel free to pick a pile that you feel most drawn to. And if you feel called to pick a different pile, feel free to do that. And just real quick, as always, I always like to put little disclaimers. All of these videos are for entertainment purposes. Some may or may not resonate. I also do not offer any personal readings, so for any of those, please seek a spiritual advisor. Yes. And for any messages that may pertain to your mental health, where you may feel called to seek professional help, please go ahead and do that. And you know, because I want everybody here to be in the best place mentally, physically, spiritually, and all that good stuff. Okay, all right, with all that being said, feel free to pick your pile and I'll see you there. Hello, pile number one. So if you pick this gorgeous calcite, um, you know, this is your pile. Welcome to your pile. I do want to apologize a little bit for the lighting. It is a little bright, but it's kind of dark around my room. I guess the light went out around my area, and I'm very lucky that I have like a little handy dandy lamp that lights up with like with another source of energy, like my little, I don't know what to call it, this thing right here. So that's what I'm using to light up this space, and hopefully this works for a while until maybe this dies out. I don't know, these are weird times to be in. I don't know what's happening nowadays. Either way, I'm still pretty excited for you guys' reading, and you know, I still can't wait to see what's gonna come through for you guys. So the overall message that we want to convey is, you know, like what's gonna happen with your boo or future boo, for those of you who are single, when you celebrate Christmas together. So first things first, starting with the tarot, I want to get an idea of who this person is. So for that, you got Queen of Roses upright, and in tarot that is actually, what is Queen of, I think Queen of Roses is Queen of Wands. No. Yeah, Queen of Wands, yeah. So Queen of Wands, Nine of Wands in reverse, so, or Nine of Roses in reverse. And Princess of Gems would be the Page of Pentacles in this case. So I feel like just from the imagery alone, I feel like you could be dealing with a very feminine person here. I don't know if you can see, you know, princess, queen, you know, this gives me very like feminine vibes, like already. So this could be a woman for some of you, whether it's like, whether you're a woman dating another woman, you're a man, you know, dating or thinking about a woman, or if you're a woman that might be dating a man who has more feminine features, whether they're physical or more mental, like they're more you know, they have more feminine vibes as it is. So I do get that this is somebody who is very fiery. This is somebody who could be a fire sign, and if it's not a fire sign, it could be an earth sign, but I'm getting more fire vibes here. I do get the sense that like this is somebody who is very, like I said, fiery. This is somebody who's very independent. You know, they're the kind of person that could be very seductive. You know, I don't know if you can see how she has like this alluring look to her. So this is somebody who could be, you know, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but I mean, I really think this is somebody who is conventionally sexy, or you know, somebody that's just beautiful by conventional standards. But if, you know, if that's not, I guess, the case, which doesn't really matter, but it's something that might come through for some of you, like I get the feeling of somebody who like a lot of people flirt with this person, but then they just kind of brush it off like, ha ha ha, you know, like I'm not hot. Oh my god, you know what I mean? So I do get this is somebody who's very conventionally attractive, and I mean, this is just intuitively what I'm getting. But I also do get that like this person can kind of get on your nerves sometimes, and this could be going back to the whole feeling of like they don't acknowledge that they're hot when they clearly are. This could be somebody also with unrealized potential, or somebody that you might feel like they have so much potential for something. Modeling. I'm just kidding with y'all. um you know, they have like some sort of potential and you see it and maybe you brought it up, but they just don't act on it. And I mean, I don't know who this person is, but like, and what does this have to do with Christmas? But like, I don't know, I just found it a little intriguing that like, I don't know, that we're getting so much out of just these three cards. But again, I do feel like this person is independent. They kind of are very fond of doing their own thing. And you know, I'm trying to see what else. Wait, ingenue, being like a page of pentacles. This is somebody that takes their time. So it might have taken you a long time to get with this person because they're so slow at realizing like when somebody's trying to make a move on them, when somebody's being genuine or not. Or if it's not the case, I do feel like when you meet this person, for those of you who are single, it's gonna take you guys some time to get with this person because, you know, with Page of Pentacles in general, this is a very slow energy. Pentacles are just very slow energies. It takes a while to manifest this connection. So I think it might be a struggle, not necessarily a struggle like you have to fight people to get with this person. It might just be like this relationship taking off to begin with. So I don't know what the situation could be there, but you know, I do see this relationship might have taken a long time for it to start, or when you do meet this person, it will take a while for things to go off, to set off, just because he or she or they, whatever they identify, might be a little too slow to move forward with relationships. Nine of Roses. I do like to think that this person might have bad habits, some really bad habits. So if your person has like addictions of some kind, like addicted to video games, addicted to food, drinking, smoking, vaping, weed, you know, just anything, any sort of addiction, even like porn. I mean, I'm not trying to make this 18 plus, but you know, any sort of thing that they kind of indulge in excess. I know this isn't like the devil, but with habits being here, this could be like a sign that this is your person. And if this isn't resonating at all, this might not be your pile. But you know, for those of you who don't have a future boo yet, like this could be the person you might be encountering in the future. So I guess do look out for somebody who is very independent, somebody that is conventionally attractive, somebody who's very laid back with the ingenue being here. And if it's something that takes a while for it to start, you know, come back to this reading, honey, because you know you found your person. All right, so with that being out of the way, I just want to get to the tea, like what is gonna happen like on Christmas night or during the holidays. So with 10 of Wings here, this would be 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands? No, 10 of Swords, I think. Let me just verify, you guys. I always get these two mixed up. 10 of Swords. Okay, yeah, I was right. So this would be 10 of Swords. So already, I'm sorry, y'all, but like, I'm already seeing some difficulty with this connection as it is. I mean, I kind of see it as a bit of a story here, but so like as far as what's gonna actually happen, the night of, you guys got 10 of Wings, which would be 10 of Swords upright, King of Shells upside down. This would also be King of Cups, 10 of Shells or 10 of Cups, the Sun. And this is what's gonna happen, like what is actually gonna go down. And then the overall feeling you're gonna get is you got Clematis intelligence and mental beauty, and honeysuckle, domestic happiness and devoted affection. So this is like the overall feeling you will get throughout this event, let's call it. And then I wanted to show you guys some advice here. Love makes a difference. Practice compassion. So just like a few tips about what will make this night a success, let's call it. And then just a few more messages here from my handy dandy love languages oracle that I made myself. So let's see. That just like came out of the blue. Should I take it? Surprise them. That's funny. I'm just gonna leave it in here somewhere, just because that was very random and I felt compelled to take that. Okay. So with Ten of Wings being here, I do sense that this situation is going to be a little difficult. This could be Christmas Eve, or or actual Christmas. I kind of see this being a little bit about New Year's potentially, just because I see the sun here, and the sun kind of gives me a feeling of like hope and new beginnings. And I mean, usually the Fool represents like new beginnings, but I feel like the sun represents like a lot of hope, like for a lot of people, especially with 2020 being done and being a hell of a year. I think people are just looking forward to the next thing, like the silver lining, if you want to call it. So I can actually see this being about New Year's rather than Christmas, but let's see, let's see what happens. So I feel like you and your boo are gonna like, with Ten of Shells being here, and it's so funny because at the beginning when you when you pick like a pile, I did mention like this reminds me of like the ocean. And with shells and shells being here reminds me of the ocean too. So I do get the sense that you guys might travel to like the ocean or something, or you might go to the beach for some reason. You might go eat at a restaurant, like a very popular restaurant. Like it's really hard to get in, so it's difficult to even like get a spot, get a reservation, you know what I mean? Like a lot of people want to go there, so they all gather there. So I feel like this could be like a place as by the beach. You could even like go to the beach, but there's gonna be some issues getting there. And I also see, because of this person's personality, the way it was kind of presented to me, I feel like you're just gonna have some difficulties with this person somewhere throughout the night. Like something is gonna happen that is gonna piss you off, and you're gonna kind of go off on this person. Like I feel like you had you picked the place, you had the ideas, because with King of Shells here being about a visionary, like I see this as being about creativity. You have your plans, but here I see this as like you're kind of impatient because things are not happening the way you want them to. So it could be that this person might be late to the party when you needed them to be there early. Like I said, like maybe you might end up waiting for them at the restaurant for so long that it's making you so impatient. Like you just had this cool like idea that you wanted to do, or like you just kind of had this image in your head that like, oh my god, everything is gonna be beautiful and rosy and like fine and dandy, but this motherfucker is taking his sweet ass time, or her sweet ass time. You know what I mean? So it might make you like doubt the relationship a little bit maybe, but I do see this night being a success with Ten of Shells here. With Ten of Shells being what, Ten of Cups, I can almost see this as being a commitment. So for those of you who have been committed for some time to your boo, it's possible this could be like an engagement. um and like, or if it's like you're not with your boo yet, like it's not official, like they're gonna make it official that night. It's so exciting. It's like just seeing all this stuff. I'm trying to see if there's any other confirmation. I think there, if you go to like some sort of restaurant, there's gonna be like this gorgeous music playing in the background, and it's gonna be like just so like lively with lots of colors. Like, I don't know. I'm just really thinking this is like a restaurant. And I mean, if you see here, like the waves here, I also do keep thinking that you guys might meet up at a beach or something, like at a what's it called, like a boardwalk or something, where you kind of like overlook the sea. For some of you, you might even go like on a yacht or something, like what's it called, like not even like a yacht, like a cruise. Yeah, maybe. Well, more like welcome back to your reading. So the lights went completely out in my house, and like I had to just completely stop the reading for a bit. And the lights are back now, but we'll see how long that lasts because something is up with this weather. So I'm trying to like remember where I left off on your reading. I do remember I talked about who your person could be, something about what might happen like during Christmas or something like that. So what I am getting mostly from here, I feel like if this isn't like during Christmas, I get the sense that it's gonna be more during like New Year's Eve, possibly, that you guys might book like a restaurant at a restaurant that is very expensive to get to. This might not happen this year because of pandemic, but if it were to happen like next year, or just like if you guys had something like planned like that, like it's kind of like your confirmation that like it will happen in the future. Maybe not this year, but possibly the next year. And that's like pretty exciting stuff. you know with surprise sim here, I get the feeling that like I might have mentioned before that I think that there's going to be some issues leading up to the actual event, that this person, sorry, might be late, and they might cause you to get like really impatient with them because you're like, you will have this perfectly planned and then they are like messing it up. So but with 10 of shells, I am seeing that it's gonna work out, that that there might even surprise you, because I don't see this as you surprising them. This is more like they are the ones that are gonna surprise you by pulling through at the end. It's possible that this person could be late often, or might have even missed some dates, which is a little questionable, not gonna lie, but it happens, life happens. So I think this person is gonna surprise you in some way. And going back to 10 of shells with the commitment, they could be surprising you with that commitment, whether it's a proposal or an official commitment, or just something that might surprise you. Like they might want you to meet their family for the first time ever, and you guys haven't before. I don't know, just something along those lines, just something very formal and official, because not every couple is the same, but you can go on going with this is just something very official. And with the sun, I see like the night ending in like really good terms, very hopeful, like you guys are just ready for the new year. Like I'm reading this as the new, see, this gave me very New Year's Eve vibes. So I love this so far. I feel like during the event you guys are gonna have like a lot of intelligent conversations. You guys might reflect on like 2020, and this person might really see how you're mentally a beautiful person, how it just might really confirm for them, that like you are the right person for them. And likewise, like I feel like you talking to this person just really clears any doubts you have about them. It's like, yes, they could have bad habits, yes, they could be late, you know, they could have like certain issues, but they're not deal breakers. And I think that's why this union is gonna work out between the both of you. So I really do think that you guys are gonna share a lot of um like intelligent conversations. Let me see what it says here. Wisdom of the is the abstract of the past, beauty is the promise of the future. Yeah, I think you guys are gonna like reflect a little bit on the past, and then you might like think about the future. And this just keeps giving me the whole like proposal vibes, or if not proposal, like that official commitment, like that this person is in your future and they're in your and they're in yours. So this is so exciting, you guys. I'm like getting so like fuzzy and and happy. I also get domestic happiness and devoted affection. See, so this is just like another confirmation here that like this person is devoted to you and you're devoted to them. And I feel like at the end of this event, you guys are gonna have like are gonna feel so safe in each other. This might even end in like a night of, you know, passionate smacks. Passion. This might end in like a night of passion, but maybe not like passionate, you know what I mean? It's just very safe and nice and stuff. So, you know, like that's a message for some of you guys. I can see that happening. So there's that. So it's all good stuff so far. Let me see. And then down here we have words of love. So like I said before, there is going to be a lot of talking. I think there's going to be a lot of flirting. Like you're going to flirt a lot with this person. You guys are going to flirt a lot over dinner. Here with the shells, this gives you a sense that you're going to like a seafood restaurant. So you guys might be flirting a lot over dinner or something like that. So, you know, lots of like words of love will be shared. For some of you, there's a possibility you might cook together. But if not, with the cupcakes being here, you guys could order like a bomb ass dessert, like your favorite dessert, and like eat it together. It's pretty cool. I think this is something that's gonna be very memorable. Like there's no way you're gonna like forget this. Like this is gonna be a very memorable event, a very memorable dinner. You know, like because it was like all crazy, but in the end it like worked out for like the best. And you know, like at the end of the day, you guys are in each other's arms, and I think that's what truly matters here. And speaking of being in each other's arms, I see greet them with a hug or kiss after being apart. So you know how I was saying how like there's gonna be some difficulty, you're gonna get impatient, you're gonna be kind of pissed at this person because they're not pulling it together. Well, I feel like a little bit of advice is to practice compassion, to kind of like just kind of let it go. And when you see them, greet them with a hug or a kiss after being late. Just because I feel like this night could either go like good or bad, if that makes sense. Like, you know what I mean? It's like it could either end like really good, or it could end like kind of like whatever, if you guys are kind of like fighting and stuff. So just like something to be a little mindful. I think you're gonna rest your head on their shoulder. I know I put his here, but it doesn't really matter the gender. I'm just saying like in general, you're gonna put your head on their shoulder. They might do that to you as well. And I especially get this feeling if you guys like go to like maybe after you guys go to like a what's it called again, a boardwalk, you know, by the sea and stuff. I'm telling you guys are probably gonna go somewhere at the beach. even if it's like night and it's cold, you're still gonna go, like, because why not? You only live once, might as well. And then finally, for the last two cards, love makes a difference and practice compassion. I am sensing here that like you really need to be patient with this partner. I do get the feeling that like this could be somebody you've been with for like some time, or just in general, their personality, their habits can like set you off sometimes. But I feel like these cards are kind of saying to like be patient with this person, because at the end of the day, their habits or the little issues here and there aren't like deal breakers, like true deal breakers. This is somebody that I see as somebody that is devoted, committed. They could be conventionally attractive, like I said at the beginning of the reading, but this doesn't mean that they're less loyal. I really do feel like this person is committed to you, and if you like saw them during this night, you know, like you guys are gonna have a fun time. I really do feel like it's gonna be like really memorable and exciting for you guys. Okay, so that's all I have for like your cards. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull some messages from our charms, and at the very end I'm also gonna pull a few like letters of who this could be, like you know, like names and stuff, and see what comes out. Just because I want to see like, you know, what's the tea. So the first thing I see is Aries and Taurus, which we kind of talked about how your person could be a fire sign or a an earth sign. So that's two possibilities right there. For your I guess like words here, I don't know, phrases, I don't know what to call these. I just felt called to organize them in a certain way. But let's just go over them real quick. I see here like I can. I don't know, this kind of makes me think of like I don't know, like an affirmation, like I can do it. I don't know if this might apply to some of you. Maybe you might be nervous for this particular, you know, meeting with your boo. Like I don't know, like you might have some sort of like struggle like with your self-image. I don't know if this is resonating for all of you. It might not necessarily resonate with all of you, but you know, just a thought. I also see here, I believe, so I think going back to what I was saying about having more faith in your person, I think if this person is extremely late, let's say they're extremely late to the dinner or the party, whatever you're having, you kind of have to like remind yourself. Actually, this kind of makes me think of that. I believe I can. That's interesting because I don't know what it refers to. This could be one thing. This could be like, I believe I can host a party. Like maybe you've never hosted a party before. So like maybe you have to like really tell yourself I can do this. This is my first party, you know. And that's why I feel like you might also be a little bit stressed out by this person, because you need them to help you at the party and they're not there. And you're like, where the fuck are you, man? Like, it's like, where you at? Like, you know what I mean? So, you know, so I think that's kind of like, there's two ways I can kind of look at this, at that phrase. I also see gentle kiss from the heart, and that like, ooh, that made me feel all warm and fuzzy, because like, I think at the end of the night you're gonna like kiss this person, and it's just gonna feel so good and nice. Like, see, like I don't see this as being like ending like in a passionate encounter or anything like that, like in, you know, like a sexy night. It's just like a really sweet, safe, union. And I think your partnership could be divine for some of you. Some of you even like could be dealing with a twin flame, a soulmate, um, or just in general, you could just be dealing with somebody you know you want to be the rest of your life with, or for a long time with, you know. With song, laugh, and sport, going back to the whole thing of like they might be playing like really good music at the restaurant or something, like you guys are gonna laugh a lot, you're gonna talk about sports. I think this particular pile might be into sports, and their boo might really be into sports as well. It's not for everybody, but that is one specific message. I mean, honestly, talking about sports, like you could even talk about making fun of sports. You know what I mean? Because not everybody likes sports, but we love to make fun of sports sometimes. And then she and he, this is just like another confirmation that this could be a she or a he. It doesn't have to be like a specific gender. Um, so yeah, and then you guys got like the turtle charm. You know, this takes me back to the princess of gems, the page of pentacles. You know, somebody who's just slow. Maybe this person takes their sweet ass time with everything, and that's why they're late to everything, like and that's why you get like mad at them, because they just like, oh, just take forever, like they're always testing you. You know what I mean? So you could be somebody that's like on the go, you know, and they're just kind of like taking their sweet ass time with everything they do, and you're like, why can't you hurry up? And they're like, oh, you know, like, why rush? So I think that's like really funny. I don't know, this could apply to some of you. And then I'm gonna move this up a little bit for you guys to see. So that's like out of the way, and I didn't really talk about these two, but I see these two gems right here, and hunty, I'm already seeing like some commitment right there. With the green gem, I also think a lot about earth. So again, this could be another sign that this is an earth sign. So there we go. I also see let's get lost. So like I said, I feel like you guys might go somewhere for sure. You might go to this restaurant, or you guys might go somewhere after the restaurant, and I just think that's like pretty cool and exciting for you guys. So I see red here. Maybe you might wear like a red dress. I'm trying to think. Red could also be a symbolism of passion. So for some of you guys, you could have like a passionate encounter. And if there's no like red in any way, you might even have like red makeup on, like red lipstick. You know, you might just be looking like gorgeous, or this person might really see you as like being gorgeous, you know, like you just like stand out. This is really cool. But if it's not like you don't have any like red or anything, you know, we have RED, UV, XQC. I'm trying to see any other messages with X. It's possible that this could be an X. I don't know about that, but I mean, for some of you, this could be an X that finally decides to commit, or, you know, get it together, and you finally like, you know, are learning to be more patient with them, and they're learning to be, you know, better people, because, you know, X's are X's for a reason. So I don't know, this it could be, but this is not for everybody. It's just a specific message out there, because, you know, I don't believe that like just because you're an ex that it's never ever gonna work out, but, you know, it would have to take a lot of work. You know. Q C. I'm trying to see like more messages, but I don't really see any more than that, and I'm gonna be pulling more letters as well, so no worries, don't worry about that. And then with this little emoji here, I see you being like in bliss at the end of it all. Like I said, you're gonna have like a really great night, even if it like started kind of like you really like really slow and difficult. Like, it's gonna work out for the best, and and I think you're gonna have a lot of fun. With this being here, the rosary, this just takes me back to the whole idea of the commitment. So if you're like religious and you believe in marriage, or maybe not even just religious, like if you believe in marriage, like this is a sign that, you know, that commitment, that official commitment might come, like might happen. Sorry, I can't talk, you guys. This also gives me the whole thought about being divine. When I see the rosary, I don't always necessarily think of Christianity or Catholicism. I like to just think of like spirituality in general. So I do see this as being like a very spiritual or divine partnership. So this is somebody that you love and really loves you. So exciting, you guys. For the comb here, I do see this as elegance. Um, they might gift you something. See, there we go. They might gift you a ring. Anyway, I see this as being like elegance. You're gonna be looking really elegant, really gorgeous. See, there's gonna be some badass, awesome music playing. Like, it's gonna be so exciting, you guys. Let me see. With these two right here, actually these three, I do see the possibility for some of you that you might split with this person, might something about this person might end. It could be several things. It could be like, it could be the literal partnership with them ends, like maybe it goes so bad that you're just like over it and you're like, fuck you, I'm out. Or this is like your deciding factor of whether you're gonna stay with them. For some of you, it could just be the end of a cycle with this person. So going back to the whole commitment thing, like before you were just dating and now you're like engaged. So that's kind of like how I perceive the end of a cycle here, if that makes sense. So I don't want you guys to get like scared, like, oh my god, my boo's gonna break up with me. Like, no. And for some of you, sure, if it goes that route, yeah, you know. Let's see, with the pliers. I see this kind of as fixing something. I see like a lot of tools here in general, so like I'm trying to decipher what they mean. So many tools. I mean, tools that are like something you use to work or fix things. So there is a possibility that you guys could talk about what needs to be fixed in the relationship, and it doesn't have to be an extreme. It could just be like a little discussion of like something about yourselves. I mean, you know how I was talking about the past and the future, and like, you know, figuring out what's gonna work for your relationship. I think this is kind of what it means, you know. And communication is a tool, so I think this has a lot to do with communication in general. So good stuff, you guys. Good stuff. And then I want to show you guys these. They're a little bit hard to see, so I'm like really sorry. I'll try to show you guys as best as I can, but with the Fool here, the mini Fool, I see this being about like new beginnings. So this is like a new beginning for you guys in some way. Some of you guys could have like a tower moment, and a tower moment doesn't have to be like a bad thing. It could just mean that like this person kept you waiting, so you were kind of like pissed off about that, and you weren't expecting it. You were expecting them to be on time. I think this person is gonna make it up to you with roses. Like they're gonna give you flowers. I see here, this looks like a knight. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, this is like a knight. And with knight energy, like this could be somebody that it gives me like very knight energy. Like they're still kind of trying to figure themselves out in a way. Again, I see more flowers, and then like the butterfly, it's like a sign of transformation. It says service on here, so this could be something about a service. So like I said, like this could be the dinner service. Oh well, doesn't work. And then we have this. I forget what these are supposed to be in tarot, so I'm gonna figure it out right now. So yeah, so these are like your charms for you guys. So hopefully this means something. Hopefully this is all making sense. So I'm gonna pull out just a few more letters for you guys, and then we're gonna end your reading. Hold on. I'm sorry you guys have had so many interruptions. It's like, honestly, like there's been so many interruptions with this pile that like it just really makes me think of like the overall theme of this pile, how like just gonna be all these challenges at the beginning, but at the end like we pulled through. Like honestly, I'm so proud that I made it this far with this pile, and I just see the first one. Oh my god, you guys, it's been fun. But honestly, like the whole time that I did this reading, I really enjoyed it. I have no complaints about the reading. Well, me personally, like I really enjoyed the reading so far. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it with a few letters that I pulled here. So I went and separated it by colors. So here we have pink, green, blue, red, yellow, and purple. So like you guys can feel free to, you know, find some names, messages, whatever sticks out to you. The only thing that I really saw stick out was sea, so this gives me like a confirmation that like this is gonna be by the sea. Your person's name could start with a J, like that really stood out to me. I also saw a cog right here. I don't know why, this just gives me a lot of like sea imagery, so like I don't know. I mean, I don't know why cog just like came out. It was just, I don't know, you guys. It's gonna be interesting, okay? Um, with here I see like BF, so it could be boyfriend, it could be best friend, something like that. I don't know if there's a G. No, there isn't. Sorry, guys. Let me see if I can see something else. You guys got a heart here, so there's gonna be a lot of love here. I'm trying to see if I can see any other messages. Your person's name could start with an H, just because there's like two H's. I also see two B's. FL. Do you guys live in Florida? I don't know. So there's that. I see California here. Jog? Are you guys gonna jog? September, possibly. Something about September. Like you guys might get married in September. I don't know. Maybe something happened in September. You guys gonna talk about it, or maybe you guys met 1 September. I don't know. Just a lot of random messages I'm getting, you guys. But you know, if we had another S, this would be kiss, but we don't have another one. But you know, kiss, I think this night is gonna end with a kiss and stuff. Okay, so for pile number 1, just to recap, I think that your person is somebody who is loyal, is a little bit ditzy, very creative, might be late to you guys's compromise. I think you guys might meet up for like New Year's Eve to like a restaurant. I see this more as a New Year's Eve thing, but if this is like a Christmas thing for you guys, feel free to make it about that. But you know, I feel like you guys are gonna meet up at a restaurant. He or she's gonna be late, and then you're gonna get mad, but then they're gonna make it up to you in some way. Either they're gonna like make it up by proposing to you or making a real commitment with you. So then the night is gonna end like in really good terms. Like you guys might go somewhere after, or if it's not that, like it might end in a night of passion for some of y'all. Like, but whatever this is, I see this as being like a good, stable, divine commitment, and this is somebody you want to be with or you see yourself being with for like a long time. Okay, so this is where I'm gonna end the reading, and I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. If this didn't resonate or it did resonate but you want to pick a different pile, you're more than welcome to. And I'll see you on my next reading. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. So today we're gonna find out some messages about you and your boo on Christmas night, and if it's not Christmas night, other potential holidays. What's interesting is that for pile 1 gave me a lot of like New Year's Eve vibes, so we're gonna find out if this is, you know, Christmas or New Year's Eve or something along those lines. So I'm excited to find out what's in store for you and your boo. And if you're single, this could be your future boo. So, you know, keep an eye out for some interesting messages, you know, to keep an eye out for your future bae. So with that being said, if you chose the rose quartz, this is your pile. And I think rose quartz is about, it's a crystal about self-love. It's about loving your family, your friends, your lover, just whoever, just love in general. It's a very lovely stone. So I'm very excited to find out what's in store for you guys. So for your guys' pile, you got Death, 8 of Gems, which would be 8 of Pentacles. Prince of Roses is Knight of, oh my god, Knight of Wands. I just did this. Knight of Wands, 4 Pentacles or 4 Gems, 2 of Roses or 2 of Wands, the Moon, the Tower, 6 of Roses or 6 of Wands. Lots of fire. You also got Peony, Prosperity and Compassion, Coreopsis. I can't say that, I'm sorry. Always Joyful. And you also got I Love You. You also got I Love You, Honesty is Essential, and Go on a Walk. Remember that time when? Hug each other for no reason. I'm sorry. Game night. What can you do to make their life better or easier? So the way I'm gonna kind of structure this reading, I had a hard time explaining it to pile 1 for some reason. Not that they don't get it, I just kind of like didn't really say what was what. So I'm gonna try to be better about that for the following piles. I don't know why pile 1 was such a struggle filming it in general, so I hope with you guys it won't be as bad. But for the first couple tarot cards, I want to kind of go into who is your person. This could be a confirmation that this is your person, or these are some qualities in your person, so it could resonate, because not everything has to, you know, resonate with everybody. This is very general, so take what resonates. If it really doesn't apply, this might not be your pile after all. Or for those of you that are looking for your future lover, these could be some telltale signs that, you know, this is a person you're gonna meet in the future. So to keep an eye out, like, on this kind of person, if this is the kind of person you want. So it's exciting. So for this middle row, I would kind of like to focus on like the event itself, like what's gonna actually happen that night or day for some of you. And with the flowers here from Botanical Inspirations, this is gonna let us know your overall feeling that night. And with these two, these are kind of a little bit of advice from the universe to you regarding the situation, just in general. And then finally, as an addition to the middle pile, I added some of my very own love languages I can talk oracle, which I made myself. And I just want to see if there are any other messages on there that will add on to this reading, that will confirm or add on to it, if that makes sense. So with all that being said, let's get started. That was a long intro. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, I also wanted to add, I will be using some charms and I will be using some letters which are in this little baggie, and we're gonna find out further about like your boo and what else to expect that night. So there's gonna be a lot of information. This might be a really long video, so get yourself some popcorn, some wine, and just let's get started. So as far as who is your person, right off the bat, I'm kind of getting already that your person is a Scorpio, because death in tarot is a representation of Scorpio. So your book could be somebody that's like a Scorpio. This is somebody who's mysterious, somebody who constantly reinvents themselves. They are somebody that just in general, this is somebody that might have been through a lot. They could have gone through like certain deaths in their family that I might have scarred them, or even if it's not actual physical deaths, it could be just events that kind of scar them and force them to level up or change something about themselves. I don't know how deep you might know your person, like if you are already with somebody. If you find your person has had a very, very normal, not very challenging type of childhood, or like life in general, this might not be your pile, but let's stick around and see what happens. With Eight of Gems, I'm getting this is somebody who is really hardworking. I do feel like your person is a bit of a perfectionist, which I think can be a bit of a Scorpio trait sometimes. They get a little obsessive about things. And speaking of which, we do have 4 Pentacles over here, which is in this case, it's about being possessive. I think 4 Pentacles in general is a bit of like a greedy sort of holding on too tight type of thing. So this person is somebody who they're a bit of a clinger, not gonna lie. They are somebody who clings on. They cling on quite tightly, which I know like Scorpios are kind of famous for, kind of, I guess not in a good way necessarily, but it is what it is. And I mean, everybody's different. I mean, if you look at the other parts of their chart, they might not always be this way, but they might have sort of like Scorpio moon, or I don't know. I don't know if this is all making sense, but this person in general, overall, they are somebody who are very hardworking. Like, don't get me wrong, they are hardworking. They commit, but they're also kind of possessive, and they're a little bit clingy. With Prince of Roses, I think Prince of Roses is Knight of Wands here. So when I usually think of Knight of Wands as being somewhat a bit of a player, but I don't really feel like this person here in this case is a player. Like, I feel like this person has a bit of like some growing up to do. Like, they have kind of like a jealous streak. and they kind of have to work on that. And then they're also perfectionists to a fault, or they're hardworking to a fault. Like they're either like, I don't know, like I feel like this person is a bit of an extremist. And I think the issue here with Prince of Roses being present is that like it comes from like a good place. Like I feel like this person is like a romantic at heart. It's just that like romanticism doesn't really translate well in reality. So I feel like this person might struggle a lot with with kind of facing reality. um and kind of going back to the death card, I think that's why they go through constant like transformations. They have to constantly reevaluate their reality, their values and what they know, because they just have like so many ideas of what the world should be, but then it really isn't. It's interesting. This person is very interesting. Your boo is very interesting. So I don't know how well this is ringing for some people, or how true this is ringing for some people. Um, but like I said, not everything has to resonate. I mean, take what resonates. Your person could be a water sign, as I said, a Scorpio. They could be a earth sign. They could also, I see this least likely, but they could be a fire sign. I really don't see this as being a fire sign, just because the overall vibes here like doesn't really give me fire. This gives me more of a stable, a little bit dramatic energy. So maybe that's where the fire could come in, just a little bit of that drama in there. Leo. But I hope this is all making sense so far. So your person is a little bit dramatic. They're a little bit possessive, a little bit clingy. They're perfectionists, but just know that all of this stuff comes from a good place. And it's even likely that like in their past, in their somewhere in their life, it didn't excuse me, they didn't have like the things that they've been working hard for now, if that makes sense. It's like maybe in the past they were financially unstable and there was nothing they could do about it because they were kids, so now they work really hard. And maybe in the past they were deprived of a certain thing, so now they try really hard to hold on to it. Does that make sense? So if this is possessive over money, it's because did you have a lot of money growing up? Is this possessive over like, let's say, food or drink or whatever? Like they might struggle with like weight gain, or or being too thin to the point it's a little unhealthy. It could have something to do with their past. So I don't know if this could be for some of you. If they're like possessive of you, for example, this could come from something in the past that like made them feel like they weren't worthy enough, and they want to make sure that they don't lose you. And I mean, I do want to reiterate that I don't believe in like being possessive over somebody to the point that you don't let them breathe. So I do want to point out, like, if this is a little too extreme, definitely, be aware of that stuff. Like, these are some high red flag signs going on. And I'm not gonna tell anybody how to identify these red flags. You can definitely look these up online and see what resonates with you, because I don't want to tell anybody how to live their lives. This is just kind of like what I'm interpreting just from these cards so far. And like I said, this is kind of like a general reading, so it doesn't have to be that extreme. But I do want you guys to be safe and healthy in any relationship you're in. All right, just a little side thing I wanted to kind of add in there. I'm trying to see what else. So yeah, I think your person really is a romantic at heart, but I am sensing a bit of a dark energy, a little bit of like a sense of deprivation, and kind of wanting to make up for it, especially now. Interesting, very interesting. So for what's actually gonna happen, I see here two of roses, the moon, the tower, six of roses. So roses, again, I think this is wands, fire energy. You know, I'm having a little bit of a hard time interpreting this one because it seems so like dark. And I really want this to be fun. If y'all know what I mean, I mean with the moon here, I don't know. It's just I don't know. I know it says fear and stuff here, but with the moon being here and like the woman being here, kind of like lounging and stuff. Sorry, I'm looking at the picture. Yeah, like the woman lounging here and the cat being here. It just makes me think of like a night of passion. And let me explain why. It's just like with six of roses being here and roses being fire, I think there's just like an explosion of passion. Like this person's gonna rock your world. Oh my god. I might need to pull my tarot of like sexual magic because I don't know. It's so weird because I don't really get like sexy vibes like ooh, it's just kind of like it's a night of passion. Like but I know it's weird to say cuz the tower usually represents something sudden. He might, you know, this is a guy you're asking about, he might, you know, suddenly come through, if you know what I mean. I'll stop. I need to stop this. You stop. No, but seriously, and it's another thing. When I think about roses, I think about like, you know, like the mistletoe. Like, I mean, this gives me even, actually, this one gives me more like mistletoe vibes. You know what I mean? So I feel like you might go to this person's house at night. And I mean, you see the moon here also. I think this is gonna be like some sort of party. It could be like a theme party. Um, this could be for New Year's as well, but I don't really see this as being New Year's. I really do feel like this is more like Christmas related with like possibly a theme. Like, I don't know, like maybe you're visiting like a friend's house and it's like a Harry Potter themed Christmas evening or something like that. I know that's like oddly specific, but I don't know. There's just something about what they're wearing, their costumes or whatever, that really makes me think this is like a theme party. Which is why I think it could also be about New Year's because I feel like New Year's is a little bit more open to like themes, whereas Christmas is very strictly Christmassy. But at the same time, I am also getting a very like mistletoe type of vibe here. Like this kiss under the mistletoe. Um with the tower being here, I see like this is like a house right here. So I do feel like you're both gonna go to like somebody's house. And you know, it's gonna be like the mistletoe or something like that. And you guys might kiss under the mistletoe. I think your boo might offer you a rose at some point, and it's gonna be so cute. I mean, another thing I'm kind of seeing this. I know this is supposed to be like advice, but I'm just seeing so much imagery here that I think applies to what's going on here because I'm not getting like a how do I say, like a timeline of events. In pile one, I got a very like pretty straightforward like timeline of what happened. Like this happened, that happens, and you felt this way, and they did that. You know what I mean? But here is very like all over the place. Like it's hard to explain. But with this card right here, I see you being in a bit of a conflict with your boo. And it's so weird because pile one also had something similar, like they having difficulties with their partner, but because they're kind of ditzy, not because they're dark and mysterious and possessive. They're just kind of like ditzy and I don't know, clumsy, and they're late all the time. I don't know. It's funny. So if that's your boo, go back to part one, you guys. No, but I feel like, especially with fear and crisis being here, like I'm sorry to say, but I feel like you're gonna be at a place with your boo where like you're so close, you're not sure if you want to be with this person, not because you're not in love with them anymore. It's just maybe the way they're acting is kind of pissing you off, like especially with Scorpios being kind of like mysterious, the mysterious sex gods of the zodiac, I guess. They usually like wear a mask, they usually hide who they really are, and I think this particular pile doesn't like that. Like some people are okay with that, with not knowing everything, and I feel like you guys in particular don't like that. So I think there is some sort of fear within you that like that if this person isn't opening up to you, that they're not really being loyal to you, or that there's someone else they much rather open up to. So it's a bit of like an insecurity here, which could cause a tower moment while you guys are at your friend's party, let's say. But I do feel like, I don't know if you guys can see like the guy, like yeah, the guy here, like he's kind of like smiling, he seems kind of reassuring her. So I feel like this isn't really like an extreme, it's just more like they're gonna reassure you at the party that everything is fine, that they only want you, that they're choosing you, that with two of wands here, two of wands is about making a choice, and I think this is kind of like them telling you that they choose you. They might not necessarily say it like that, but I think it's almost like the conversation is gonna go something like this, like you guys might be isolated, and like I know it's gonna sound like a movie, but bear with me here. Like I just imagine you're like alone in the kitchen with this person, alone together. And you're upset, and they see you're upset, and they're like, why are you upset? And you're like, because you're acting sus, you're acting shady, you don't tell me this, you don't talk to me, but you just all this stuff comes out, your fears come out in this house, and then you kind of go into this kind of like word vomit mode where you just kind of like everything just comes out, and then this person is gonna like reassure you, two of roses, you see this, the connection here, that everything is okay, that there's nothing for you to worry about. They might even tell you that like, yeah, they struggle, but they're working on it, type of vibe. Now whether it works out, like the relationship works out after this, I'm not sure, but in the moment that this happens, I do feel like this person is going to be honest with you, which this is what it says here. Honesty is essential. So is this all making sense? It's like I don't really see this being like some sort of wild party where everybody goes crazy or some crazy shit happens like in pile number one. But I feel like for pile number two, it's a little more low key. It's more like having a heart to heart conversation. I do see here prosperity and compassion. Prosperity depends more on wanting what you have than on having what you want. So I feel like this could be like a reinforcement for you to kind of acknowledge that like, yes, this person is choosing you. This person might not be acting the way you want them to be, but it doesn't mean that they love you any less. This doesn't mean that they're less passionate for you. It just means that they do things their own way, and that's just kind of how life is, if that makes sense. And then here, write on your heart that every day is the best day of the year. Always joyful. We always joyful in victory being here. I do see it kind of like after having this conversation with your partner, you're gonna understand, and you guys might even say like I love you to each other. Yeah, I think you guys might just like say I love you to each other, and I think this will be like really normal for somebody that like has been committed to this person for like a while. Like you guys say I love you a lot to each other, but this time it's gonna mean like a lot to both of you. So this is like, this is making me feel so like warm and fuzzy too. Like not like in an exciting kind of way, like about one, just kind of like, oh, you guys, I'm so proud of y'all. Another thing I found kind of interesting, go on a walk. I feel like going back to the whole like scenario thing, say you're in the kitchen or whatever, some of you might even like actually leave the party with your partner, whether you like storm off or you both agree to go on a walk. Like that's up to you, or whatever happens with your partner. So it's like either you storm off like all mad, or you both are like, let's go on a walk, you know? And then like, you know, you're gonna like kind of like apologize to each other with this I'm sorry being here. And I feel like while you guys are walking outside like in the snow or something, you guys are gonna talk about like some memory you guys have, like remember that time we did that, remember that time you did that stupid thing or whatever, you know, like it's just kind of gonna reminisce, I forget how to say that, about something about your relationship, and it's gonna bring you guys closer. And then with game night here, I see this kind of reinforcing the idea that like this is probably at somebody else's like place where all of this is gonna take place. So I don't really feel like you guys are gonna be hosting this. I think it's more like you guys got invited, and this is why you're able to kind of go on your own way and like go on a walk. And I feel like after you say I'm sorry to each other, whether it's like an actual apology or like just having like a heart-to-heart conversation, you guys are gonna like hug each other, and it's gonna be like a really meaningful hug, like not something that like so like, oh, you know, pat on the back, a bro hug. And you know, with what can you do to make their life better or easier, I think it really comes down to honesty is essential here, you know, being communicative, voicing out your feelings. I get the sense that you are the kind of person that kind of bottles in feelings until they come out, or even if you're not like that, you might be somebody that like you just have to say how you feel, like you have to, like you just can't have it any other way. And your partner might be somebody that like is really good at hiding their emotions, and this is what I get with death here, with that Scorpio vibe here. And that perfectionist vibe too. I mean, I feel like earth signs are pretty good at hiding their emotions when they really want to, but you know what I mean, they you know, sometimes you might feel like a little bit insecure, you might feel like you're the kind of person that's like, oh my god, I wear my heart on my sleeve and this person doesn't, like how does this person really love me, like you know, like you might question it sometimes. And I think that's like perfectly normal, like it happens, I know it happens to me, like you know. But I mean, overall, like I don't see this night ending in disaster. And I think the reason why I was struggling so much with this pile is because like there was just such a big drastic change from pile 1 to pile 2 that I was kind of like, oh my god, this seems too low key, like is something wrong? Because me, I'm just like, I want to make this fun, man, like I don't want to like interpret or channel any like sad messages But now that I'm looking at it closely, it's like, okay, it's like all makes sense. It's all coming together. So so congratulations. This doesn't end in a breakup. This doesn't end with anybody being alone. And I'm excited for Shaw. And I guess for those of you who are single, my guess is that like by the time this happens, you probably already met this person. And like I said, look for these qualities above if you're interested. and and when you do meet this person and then this event happens, I feel like this will be a very new relationship. So this could kind of explain why that fear and crisis is showing up here. Well, the moon in the tower. It could kind of explain why you might be like, this could be your first relationship ever. This could be your first relationship with this kind of person, or your first like real relationship that, you know, you see it going somewhere, but you don't really understand this person, so it makes you like really insecure. Does that make sense? So I think for singles, I do feel like this is somebody you will have met already, and that's why you're gonna have this sort of like strong reaction to their indifference, their perfectionism, maybe even their jealous streak. You're like, why are they like that? Like they don't you trust me kind of vibe. So but I do feel like once you guys kind of have that heart to heart conversation, you guys are gonna be okay. You're gonna go about your day, your night, and you're gonna have like fun, victory with your friends or whoever invited you, family. So good stuff. Okay, you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and get these cards out of the way, because I think I've channeled all the messages I can get from this reading. I hope this is making sense, and I hope it's a little interesting. I know this wasn't like crazy exciting or anything, but honestly this kind of gave me very like rom-com, not rom-com, just like dramatic vibes, like Notebook vibes or something. Or To All the Boys I've Loved vibes, if you guys have seen those movies. If not, don't mind me, I'm just rambling. Alright, you guys, welcome back to your reading. So I just got some charms for you guys. It takes me a little bit to like set up everything. That's why I don't really like to show it on camera. But if you guys would prefer for me to show it on camera, that's perfectly fine too. Just let me know in the comments if you would like me to do that instead. But if not, I just feel like this is a little bit easier to just kind of like get on with the reading, because I know I keep you guys up here like for like ever. So I'm gonna start from the top and work my way to the bottom, because there's some more charms that are towards the bottom, and I just want to make sure you guys are able to see everything. So starting off, I do see here the timing. Something about the timing. I don't know what exactly it is. It's possible that like the timing about when you like kind of release your emotions is a little bit whack. Because, you know, you both are like at this party, at your friend's party, and the last thing you want to do is like cause a scene. So this could be something about like the timing of the conversation is a little bit odd at first, but then once you both talk it out, it's like, you know, maybe this wasn't bad timing, maybe this was the perfect timing, you know, like, so it's like a little bit of a present surprise. With Can here, I get the sense that like you might be drinking a lot, and that might like it might get to you or something. Maybe you're a lightweight, and that's what causes all your like emotions to kind of like come out. And if it's not like about drinking, I think it could be about like you having to remind yourself about something, like an affirmation, like I can do this kind of affirmation. I'm not sure why, but I don't know, like maybe you're somebody who struggles a lot with like um you know, self-love or self-positivity, so you have to like remind yourself a lot to remind yourself that you're a great person. There's nothing wrong with that, by the way. I think that's like a really great thing. It's just like a little extra message that I kind of pulled out from that. I also see here, I am gentle at heart. So I feel like if you're kind of doubting this person at times, it's kind of like your confirmation here that they are a good person. And I feel like you actually know this. I don't necessarily feel like you doubt them to the point that you don't trust them at all. It's more like going back to the can thing, like maybe sometimes you doubt yourself and then you just kind of project it onto your person, or you know, they might mirror it, it might mirror back to you, or you feel like it mirrors back to you. But I think this person really truly is gentle at heart. Like they don't mean any harm. If they're a little indifferent, it's not really personal, it's not because of you, it's usually because of how they process things, how they deal with things. So it's had nothing to do with you. I also see here, she run when she feels secret. I know it sounds weird to set it up like that, but to me it translates to like you, and you don't have to be a she, you could be a he or whatever you identify as. I get the sense that like when you feel threatened, you have this need to run away. Like when you feel something is being kept from you, you kind of like close yourself as well. You have a feeling of like you can't be open around this person because they're not open with you. So again, it's like a mirroring effect almost. When you feel like you're being left behind, you feel like running away even more. So this is something that you could struggle with. And then with can I kiss you, probably. I think this just kind of goes back to like a kiss and makeup type of vibe. It's like this person is finally gonna be like, I'm gentle at heart, I promise, can I like kiss you now? Like it's so sweet when you think about it. So this person's gonna ask like permission to kiss you. For some of you, this might be your first kiss with this particular person. So if you kiss somebody before, like don't worry about that. Or if you've never kissed anybody, this could be your very first kiss ever. So take what resonates, guys. Let's see. I see Thai. Can you guys see that? And then I'm gonna bring this out a little bit more because we're done with the channel messages. All right. So with Thai, to me this could mean like on a more shallow note, I guess. I think your person might be wearing a tie, and it doesn't matter if like they're a guy or a girl. They could just be wearing like a really cool tie or some sort of like clothing, just some piece of clothing that looks really good on them. Like you're like, damn, you're hot, but I'm still mad at you because you're being sus. So that's a more funny message that came out. But more like, I guess spiritually, I guess. I think you have a tie with this person. I don't know if I want to call it a soul tie, because every time I hear about soul ties, they seem a little more karmic and dark. And I don't know if this is what I would attribute it to. It's more like there's almost like a divine tie to this person. Like this could be your soulmate, somebody that you're just spiritually, emotionally, and physically, for some of you, tied to, because you know you really love this person. I'm also seeing here no. Like it's something, I feel like going back to she run when she feels secret, there's a chance that like this person might try to talk to you at first, try to talk some senses into you, and you're gonna be like, no, I don't want to hear it. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of you being sus and then being condescending at me, like blah 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 blah. So you might reject this person at first, and I think that's like, it's like precious. It's funny. This just gives me very like rom-com vibes here. I'm sorry. It might not go down exactly like this, but you know, because reality is different. But you know, something along these lines might happen. Trying to see what else. X. Again, I do see a potential of this becoming an X. Hi guys, sorry my video got cut off. It's a struggle, okay? But I'm back and I'm trying to finish this like as soon as not as soon as I can, but you know, I'm just trying to finish this in a timely manner so that I can also get to the letters, because I still have to do that as well. But I mean, I'm actually really grateful that like for this video there's been way less interruptions. I did one whole video like in like one go, and I only just got like caught off because I ran out of storage. So such is my life. So back to my reading. So I left off with like, there is a potential for this to be like an ex, you know, something like that, just because you know, things might not go the way you expected them to, but I mean, it's okay. I don't necessarily feel like this is what's gonna happen, but it is a possibility. I kind of ignore these, but I mean, your person could be a Taurus or a Libra. I'm surprised Scorpio didn't appear here, but I mean, it doesn't really matter what their sign is. What matters is that there's somebody who, I think with the shield being here, like they really want to protect this relationship. They want to protect what they have with you. I don't really think that they're gonna risk anything. Like they're not gonna risk this relationship over something that is not there. So I don't really think they're gonna have a problem telling you how they feel. Like I think they're gonna be crystal clear about like their feelings, or at least how they feel about you. With pile number one got like a lot of tools like this, like the pliers, the scissors being like tools. With scissors, I see it being kind of like the end of a certain dynamic in the relationship. With glue here, I see it more about being like being able to mend the relationship, fix the relationship in a healthy way, of course. You know, with the pliers and the wrench, again, I see it about fixing. I think tools in general give me a feeling of like communication. So, you know, I think this relationship is only gonna come out stronger after this event. There's gonna be some like good music. I think pile one got this charm as well. I see cup, little cup here. This is, you know, definite cup energy. So a lot of like hot cocoa or something, coffee or tea, or in general just the whole idea of like spilling your guts, like sorry, like how do you say it? Spilling your feelings out, you know, or just you kind of realizing that this person feels your cup and they feel yours, if that makes sense. I also do feel like, going back to the victory card, I think you're gonna feel pretty happy at the end of the party. And I think this could also be like you being drunk or them being drunk. Like you guys are just gonna be all drunk at the party, or even if you're not like drunk, you guys might get high or something, or you guys might smoke a lot at the party, you know. So I do definitely see this like a celebration. And going back to game night, this could actually be like not even like a theme party. This could just be like a sports thing. Like you guys might really be into sports and you're gonna watch the game together. That's a possibility. with sweet here. I don't know, I feel like your person or you might have some like crude humor, like South Park type humor. You both might really enjoy South Park and stuff. It just makes me laugh. I don't know, I love this. One of you might like play guitar. This is actually like a guitar pick, so I don't know, there's just like a little specific message that came out for some of you guys. And then here for your tiny cards. These are so tiny, you guys. I see a tower moment like reflected here. So, you know, just kind of like a little confirmation here. Another confirmation I see is the Four of Pentacles being here. And Jack, I think this was the Knight of Pentacles. I'm not entirely sure which one this one is in tarot, but I'm getting feeling, not Pentacles, Knight of Wands. Yeah, I think this is Wands energy. This is also Wands energy. I could be wrong about this, you guys, so if I'm wrong, please let me know and I'll make sure I remember it next time. But in any case, with Six of Wands being here, I think this was another one that came up for you guys, the Six of Roses. Yeah, so these are 3 confirmations for you guys, so you know, just gotta keep an eye out for yourselves and your boo and work things out, okay? But with Ten of Pentacles being here, I get the feeling that like again, like this is gonna come into like a true union, like a good healthy relationship. Just because Ten of Pentacles is more about like tradition, legacy, commitment, how do you say it? Material and physical manifestations. So this is a good sign. This is good. So another imagery I see here, I see the roses being here. And I don't know if you remember the card about the guy wearing the mask and the honesty and you guys just getting a lot of roses. I think this person might give you flowers or something like that, perhaps to make up for their shadiness, sussiness. Is that a word? Let me see, with the bird being here, bird makes me think of air, which makes me think of like an air sign. So your person could be an air sign. That's possible. And then I see a postcard here. I don't know, well, this postcard just really made me think of like communication and like, like those old school postcards that were very like romantic and poetic and were all about telling your feelings and all that stuff. That's kind of what this reminds me of, like a need to have a heart-to-heart conversation, so overall I think this pile is looking good. I'm just gonna do the letters. Okay, so I just kind of like color coded everything. I don't see a lot of vowels, but we'll see what we can get. So just letting y'all know, I did see triple X here. So for some of you guys, this could be a definite sign that this might not end well. For some of y'all, this could also be, some triple X stuff, if you know what I mean. But never mind that. I also did see LGB. Oh, we don't have a T, but I guess if you're like in a, if you're like part of the LGBT plus community, this could have everything to do with you. And I mean, I don't ever make these readings like gender specific, as you guys can see, but this could be a definite confirmation. And this could even kind of go deeper more into like why your relationship might be a little stagnant, depending on what you're going through. Y'all, I see WAP. What's going on with this reading? Wait, I feel like I talked about in this reading how like there was something about like some sexy time happening at the beginning or something like that. This could be a confirmation, like for some of y'all, this could be like a makeup sex scenario. Not like in the actual party, but more like when you get home. I mean, who knows, maybe if you're that risky, like maybe you even do it at the party. Like, hunty, I don't judge here. I see joy here. I see joy here. So, you know, going back to the whole joy thing. HQ. I don't know, IQ. I don't know, it's because you think like maybe you think your person is like way smarter than you, or vice versa. I also see like mic, like microphone. Maybe it's a karaoke session. So yeah, I mean that's all I can gather for you guys. But if you see like a name or just something that stands out to you, you know, let me know in the comments what you get, because I don't know, maybe I'm just tired. But like I you know, sometimes I miss stuff. You know what I see? Ball. Like when you're like bawling like from crying. Some of you might even go there. That's so funny. I mean, not funny, but kind of funny. Like, you gotta admit, it's kind of funny. That's interesting. Well, maybe you're from a different culture. Cool stuff. Or MX, like, you could be Mexican, or your boo could be Mexican. Alright, let me see. LA. Cool. Alright. So, I think we're gonna end this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I really had so much fun doing this. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit thrown off at the beginning, but I feel like I kind of channeled the message well, like, enough, and I think it made sense, and I think it's an interesting story, like, you know, like what could happen between you and your boo. So let me know if this resonated, or if you just like enjoyed it in general, and if you feel inclined to pick a different pile, definitely feel free, and I will see you all on my next reading. Bye bye. Hello, pile number 3, welcome to your pile. If you picked your amethyst, if you picked the amethyst, this is your reading. I'm excited to have you guys here. We're gonna find out like some messages about you and your boo during Christmas or the end of the year holidays. I'm so excited to find out like what's the tea, and you know what's gonna happen between you and your boo. I'm excited. So the way this is gonna work, these first 3 cards over here are gonna represent your boo, like who is this person, and this is just a way to get a confirmation that this is your pile, or you know, if this is your person, or if you're single, these are some qualities to kind of be on the lookout for. In the middle row, we're gonna kind of talk about the event itself, what's gonna happen. Sometimes I reference like these cards here at the bottom, but I would like these 2 cards right here to kind of be like a little bit of advice from the universe. But you know, I might reference these a lot throughout the reading. And then these are my lovely and gorgeous love languages oracle cards, which I made myself, so I'm excited to use them. I have really enjoyed using these for the reading so far. I originally made these to like, you know, just for like love languages, and and just do like general readings about like your soulmate and stuff. But I find that this has been really helpful in telling me like what actually happens in the event and stuff. So I think this is gonna be really helpful for you guys. And let's get started with your reading. So starting here at the top, you got Princess of Wings, Three of Gems, and the Hermit all upright. You know what's interesting? All of these piles have been getting like gems, which in tarot this would be the Three of Pentacles. Princess of Wings would be Page of Swords, and the Hermit. So that one stays the same. So I feel like with this particular set of cards, I get a very masculine vibe here. I know this is a princess, but it's the Page of Swords in essence. So this doesn't have to be a man or a woman, but I do get very like masculine energies here. I think your boo is somebody who works really hard. They're cooperative. They might love work. They might be in love with their career. They're devoted to their job. I don't know if this is saying that they love it, but I know they're very devoted to their job. With the Hermit being here, I think Hermit is ruled by Virgo. I think that's right. If I'm wrong, I'll definitely clarify somewhere. But I think this is a Virgo card, and your boo could be a Virgo, or they could be an earth sign in general, because I'm getting a lot of earth vibes already. I think your boo is a bit of an introvert. This is somebody who is like kind of like in their head a lot and not really fantasizing, but they're just the quiet type, the silent, the strong silent type, just because earth gives me a lot of like 3D physical stability. So I think like your boo could be like the strong silent type. Maybe solemn. Interesting. That kind of came out. With Princess of Wings being here, a Page of Wands, Swords, sorry, I keep getting them mixed up. With Page of Swords being here, I think your boo is somebody who is an intellectual. They could be like an engineer, an aspiring engineer, or if it's not like a STEM type of career, it could just be somebody who is very logical. I don't really feel like your boo is very emotional. Not that they don't love you, they're just not very like good at showing it and stuff. So it's interesting. Like this seems so like straightforward so far, and I think that's like your person. They're just very straightforward. Like they just get right to the point. With Princess of Wings, we got that like this person might be like a bit of an intellectual. They could be a professor, an aspiring professor or teacher, and that's why they're so devoted to work, their research possibly. So whatever this person is, I think this person is quite occupied with some with something that they're trying to manifest in their career. And I think these are really great qualities to have. So for some of you, you might be with this person, like you might have been in a committed relationship with this person for such a long time, because the energies right now feel so neutral. Like there's no like up and down energy, it just feels so stable. So I think you might have been with this person for a long time, so you kind of already know what to expect. This is just kind of what I'm getting from these first three cards, not without looking at these yet in deeper. But like even if you haven't been with this person for a long time, I do get the sense of like familiarity between you two. Like you kind of understand each other. This is just kind of what I'm getting. Another thing, if you're single, or not so much if you're single. Like another scenario I'm kind of seeing here is like maybe you're not in a relationship with this person yet. Like you've had your eye in this on this person for some time and you want to get with them and it just hasn't happened yet. All right, let's go on to the next thing. I think we got the messages through with the first three cards. So for the middle row, you guys got the Chariot in reverse, 10 of wings, 6 of roses, 9 of wings, Princess of Shells. And for these two cards, this is like the overall feeling you're gonna get after or during this encounter with your person during Christmas or New Year's or whatever. So you got Peony, prosperity and compassion, Gerbera Daisy, purity, cheerfulness, and innocence. You know what's interesting? This pile got like cards that other pile that a different pile got. No, actually, that the first two piles got. I know this was in pile 1. This was in pile 2. And this one was also in pile 2. So I don't know, just something interesting that came up. I think this one was in pile 1 or 2. I don't remember now. Short-term memory, you guys. So with these cards here at the bottom, I also see something that's adding up to this here. You see what I mean when I said that I was gonna reference these a lot throughout the reading. You guys got planned dates. Rest your head on his shoulder or her, doesn't really matter. Cook or bring dinner home. Physical touch. Acts of service. I believe in you, you handle that well. So what's interesting, I get the feeling that like this is gonna sound very rom-com-y. I'm sorry. I'm gonna call this the rom-com Christmas special or something because these messages are just hilarious to me. Let me get to it, y'all. I feel like you might be a bit of a Princess of Shells. So this is the Page of Cups. I think this gives me a lot of what's her name, Laura Jean from To All the Boys I've Loved Before or something. Like she's a romantic. She holds on to the letter she wrote to all the boys she had a crushes on or whatever. Okay, so this might not exactly be you, but I think you're a romantic at heart. You're a bit of an idealist, and I think you might obsess a little bit over people or things. Maybe it doesn't have to be people. Or I feel like this pile is the kind of person that kind of builds an image in their head about a certain person. You know, like on the positive side, you see the positive in people, but on the negative side you tend to kind of ignore the darker aspects of their personality. You tend to like kind of brush it off because you're like, oh, you know, the good outweighs the bad, even if it's not always the case. Some people are not always like what they seem. But you know, I think what makes you great, this just turned into what makes you great reading, but I think that's what makes you great, that like you're a romantic at heart and you don't let anything really like affect that, if that makes sense. Like even if you had encounters with people that are very like horrible, you're still pretty like, you don't think that about the whole world. And I think that's kind of how you perceive this person. I feel like this particular pile has put their boo on a pedestal. So basically, like what I'm seeing here is that like, you know what's interesting? I started at the beginning saying that like you might be in a committed relationship with this person. I'm like, I don't know. I don't feel like with this going on, I don't really think that's true anymore. I think this is definitely for my singles. Like I'm just gonna put it out there. And And the reason why I say this is because I feel like you're this princess of shells who kind of put this man. I'm gonna sound super gendered in this reading, so I'm sorry, you know, like if this reading comes out really gendered, it's just really what I'm getting right here. I feel like you're kind of like this girl that put this man on like a pedestal, or vice versa. Like you could be a man who put this woman, because I do see a princess here. So, you know, it is possible this could be about a woman too. You are this man or woman who put this person like on a pedestal. Like you kind of like how they're kind of like strong and silent. They're kind of like the opposite of you. And you know how I was saying earlier that like you guys are not together yet. I think this is because you're a little bit like obsessed with the idea of being with this person, and you just don't like you you don't have the courage yet to ask them out or whatever. So this takes me to this card right here. So, well, this one and this one, I feel like what's going to happen here is that you're finally gonna ask this person out. And I feel like if you're a woman, I don't want to stereotype, but I feel like if you're a woman, it's probably a little more difficult because more traditionally it's kind of expected for the guy to ask the woman out. But you know, everybody's different, and you know, sometimes men are shy. Like some men are not very good at asking people out, you know. So sometimes you just gotta go for it, girl. Like you gotta do what you gotta do. So I feel like this princess of shells is gonna ask this person out, and they're gonna be really nervous, they're gonna be scared, they have this image of in their head about this person, and then they're gonna like plan this date, and that's gonna be like a Christmas thing. Like they're probably gonna be like, hey, you want to do something for Christmas? Or I'm not even getting this being like during Christmas, just because I feel like the holidays are usually like family, so it's really hard to go on dates. But I feel like this might be just before like Christmas or during like the Christmas Eve season. So there you go. um so um so you're finally gonna ask this person out, and you're gonna feel like really excited. I feel like I see like a lot of like a rosy feeling, you know, like within yourself. Like you're gonna feel like all fuzzy and warm and excited and stuff about asking this person out and them saying yes, because I do get the sense that this person is gonna say yes. Otherwise this whole reading will be for nothing. Like this reading will be super short. Imagine like me reading all of this and then it's like he says no, end of reading. Oh my god, you guys, too funny. No, but yeah, so I do think that they're gonna say yes. I do feel like though, going back to the obsession card, I see rest your head on his shoulder, physical touch here. So I'm kind of feeling like this princess of shells, or you, or you know, whoever picked this pile, like you have like a vision of what's gonna happen that night. You just kind of like, we're gonna go on a date and it's gonna be great and we're gonna have a fun time. And then you're gonna, I feel like you have this image in your head that like, oh, you guys are gonna have fun, you guys are gonna do like really good things together, and like it's gonna be really great. And you know, you just have like so much expectations of this night, even though this is like your first date with this person. So I don't know. And then just seeing this, like going with physical touch here, true love can talk about this being like a real relationship. Like it, you know, like it is. Hi again, everybody, I'm back to your reading. Sorry, I had to step away for a little bit because I had to help my mom with some cooking for, you know, for Christmas and stuff. But I'm back. And I'm hoping this time there won't be any more interruptions. I feel so bad. I feel like each and every pile so far has had like major interruptions, and I'm just like, why? Why, universe? Anyway, back to your pile. So where I left off, I think I was talking about how like you have some expectations that might, that you want to see happen like during this night. But here's where the rom-com part comes in. Okay, so I don't know if you can see Chariot here in reverse and Ten of Wings. And Ten of Wings, I believe, is Ten of Swords in tarot. And, Chariot is Chariot. With these two being here, I get a feeling that, like, there are going to be some difficulties that night. Like, I feel like you're going to plan a date. Like, you might actually, like, invite this person to your house if if you live alone or something. Yeah, you might actually cook something because you want to show off your cooking skills or something. And you might want to show this person like how great you are at like domestic stuff for some reason. I mean, I don't know if I would go that far, but I don't know, I just get that vibe with this pile. Anyway, but I feel like the issue here is that like even if it's not like you're actually cooking or something like that, I feel like you might even go to someone else's party, and you're gonna try to talk to this person, but you're gonna have a hard time. Like, this connection is gonna be slow. You're gonna have a hard time like communicating with this person. I don't know, like how I was saying that I get the feeling that like this person is like the strong silent type. Somebody who's very logical and intellectual. They're not easy to talk to, and maybe it's not in, and it's probably because they're like you perceive them as being intimidating, but they don't really see it that way. So anyway, so then like it gets difficult throughout the night to try to talk to this person. And I just think that's like such a rom-com thing. Like, I don't know, it just gives me very teen vibes because teens are so awkward, man. But you know what I mean? I just feel like you might actually struggle talking to this person in particular, and it could be other reasons. Like, this person could be very like attractive. I was even gonna mention that this could be somebody you work with, so this could be like a work party. Not that I mention it. Like, this could be like a holiday party from your work, and that like a lot of like ladies try to talk to this man, or a lot of like men want to get at this woman, and you just kind of like, I don't know if I should try, I don't know if she should go for it, even though you're amazing, you're a badass, like. So I say don't hesitate, boo. But even then, I feel like these like expectations might cloud your judgment a little bit, and it's what keeps you from like approaching this person. And even like at this party, or like this, and if it's not like an actual party with a bunch of other people, and this is like you have a date with this person, I feel like you're just gonna kind of struggle talking to them at first, because maybe you guys aren't like super super close, like to the point you can talk comfortably, but this person agreed to go on a date with you and stuff. So I feel like you're gonna be very attentive to this person. You're gonna do your best to make sure you're like, that they're well taken care of, that they're, you know, treated well. But I feel like as a result, there's gonna be this issue of like you are coming across as too polite, too shy, and it might kind of make things a little awkward at first. So interesting. With the only thing that is real is love. I feel like this kind of talks about like having difficulties from what I remember from the booklet. It talks about having difficulties and just kind of going back to love. So I think the main advice here is that like, so you kind of get out of this kind of like paralysis and this stagnancy in your date, and in order for you to achieve victory in this date, you might need to talk about the things you love. You might even talk about something you struggle with. I know this sounds like an application to a scholarship or like something like that, but like, or like a what's it called, like a job application. But honestly, like if you talk about something you struggle with this person, maybe not right off the bat, but something along the conversation, like I feel like this is what's gonna happen in the during the date. Like you're gonna talk about yourselves and you're gonna talk about stuff you love, and eventually it's gonna lead into talking that you had a difficulty with and how you came out victorious. And then they're gonna say something like, oh, you handle that well, or maybe you have like a dream that you haven't yet like fulfilled, and they're gonna say that they believe in you. So they're gonna see like a side of you that they might not have expected. So I think this person is gonna be pleasantly surprised. And I do feel like there is like a feeling of like innocence and just a very pure intentions with this date. So like I think the night is gonna end very, very nice. Like there's gonna be like a progression to this relationship, if this makes sense. And it's not like you're suddenly gonna start dating this person. It's more like you got to see a side of them that you didn't know before. They got to see a side of you they didn't know, and it's kind of like they might be more interested in getting to know you in the future. So I hope this is all making sense. I'm trying to see if I missed anything. I mean, for some of you, you might even end up resting your head on their shoulder, but I don't really see it like likely. I do feel like whatever obsession and like however, whatever, in whatever regard you hold this person, you're kind of gonna come down from that cloud, which is fine because it's like you're coming closer to earth. You're grounding yourself more to reality of what things really are. So you won't be as scared to talk to this person anymore, and you won't be like afraid that they're gonna like reject you or something like that, that you're like beneath them or something like that. Because I feel like this person just really is just really awkward in general. But you see it more as like they're the strong silent type. They don't, they're not impressed by anything. It's like, no, they're just an awkward human being just like you and me, because I can't talk in any of these readings. All right, so I think the messages came through for this pile as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and get your charms and see what comes out for you guys. Okay. Alright, you guys had a shit ton of charms. I'm like, I know this is gonna be a long reading too. The other piles have been really long as well. So let's just see what your charms have to say. I'm gonna start from the top and work my way to the bottom. So some channeled phrases that I kind of came across. One of them is learning. I see a lot about you guys learning about each other. So this is kind of like a confirmation here that you guys are gonna learn about each other. You're gonna learn that this person might just want to live in peace. Like, how I was saying that they're kind of like the strong silent type. So you're kind of intimidated to approach them, but you're gonna find out here that like it's not really that they want to be. That's just kind of how they are, but they really just want to do their own thing peacefully, which is kind of like a really sweet contrast if you think about it. My divine wish, this just made me think of like like this is something you just really want, like you're just so excited, like I've been saying, and it's like you just can't wait to like see this person. I think either you or this person are gonna kind of like find out that one of you can sing or dance, um, or even going back to the whole like idea that this might be like a work party, it might be a karaoke party, and one of you guys, is like such a movie thing. Like one of you might like sing on stage, and then you're gonna find out like, damn, she can sing, or damn, he can sing. Like, you know what I mean? So I think that's pretty cool. Uh, I think at the end of the night, you're gonna like maybe hug each other. You're gonna ask politely for a hug. You guys are gonna talk about like where you're from, and I don't think you guys can see, but somewhere underneath I saw New York. So some of you guys could be from New York or California. But anyway, back to the reading. I think this person is gonna think that you have a sweet laugh, or you're gonna think they have a sweet laugh. One of you might be sporty, like some of you might be into sports, or they might be into sports, or you're both into sports, and it doesn't have to be like football or watching sports. It could be you're both athletic people in general, or you like a particular sport, or you hate a particular sport, so you bond over that. So that's all I got for your like channel messages, pretty, quick and sweet. That sounded very sexual. I need to stop. Um, I see this person could be an Aries, a fire sign. Oh, look, we got Virgo, like the Hermit. So this is a confirmation that your boo could be a Virgo or an Earth sign. I think you guys are gonna talk about traveling, or even going back to where you're from. You guys are gonna talk a lot about travel. I think with the glasses emoji here, it's just I know this sounds like stereotypical. It reminds me of somebody who's an intellectual, like insight, or looking closer into things, or seeing with different lenses. So you're kind of gonna get an insight on this person's life, and it's gonna kind of like wake you up to the fact that like this person is someone that you truly like, and you really like their personality even more than what you imagined. And I think that's like pretty cool. Like I feel like with these red gems being here, like your passion for this person is gonna go like like out of this world. And with this blue gem being here, this is kind of like a confirmation that this person might be a little bit icy, kind of a little bit cold, not in like a rude way. They that's just their personality. They're a little bit more aloof, and this is kind of like what you're working with. I normally see this as like an engagement, but this also could be like crystal clear. So like I think some aspect of them is gonna make more sense to you. And I think that's kind of the overall theme of this reading. It's kind of like things making more sense as you get to know this person. I see you kind of wanting to take this person like your open arms. Like you're just so excited and open to have them like over. And I think that's like kind of sweet. With the letters, you got GAP, CKW, and Y. So New York. One of you or both of you could be from New York. One of you could be from California. I see Gap here. One of you might shop at Gap. I don't know why that's coming through. One of you might have like a gap between your teeth, and they might find that like attractive, or you might find their gap tooth like attractive. Or I feel like this also gives me a feeling of like filling in the gap. So whatever you didn't understand about this person, you like understand now, and it just makes more sense. You guys, why is this the second time in a reading I'm seeing WAP? I think this person really gives you, the case of the WAPs. I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop. Nap. I think this is a bit of an extreme for this particular reading, but you guys could end up napping on each other's arms. I don't know. It's for some of you, not all of you. For some of you, I might even, I'm just gonna say it. It might end up being whack. Like this might not even be the person you want, but I really don't feel it. It's just like a one message for some of you. Honestly, if this was an I, this would reminds you of John Wick, and I feel like this person gives you like John Wick vibes. Not like they're a murderer or like they go shooting people. They're just cool. Like I don't know. It makes me laugh. These could be like initials as well. For some of you, you could have met this person in an app, possibly. I feel like meeting people in apps can be a little more intimidating sometimes. All right, so that's all I got for the letters. I feel like so far all the piles have gotten like these charms, which reminds me of tools of communication. So I think there's gonna be a lot of communicating that night, like clearing any misunderstandings. With the scale, I see yourself balancing from that mentality you were in before of like putting this person in a pedestal, but now you're kind of like see them for a little bit for who they are now. I think you guys are gonna like drink a lot of tea, or you're gonna spill some tea. If you guys are co-workers, you're gonna like spill the work tea. um this gives you another confirmation that your person might be calculating, um or they might be just a little bit cold or very business like. You know, your person, you and your person could work in business or be into business. I don't know, just something along those lines. With umbrella here, I normally see umbrella about being about protection, but if we're talking about like Christmas and the event, I think there's gonna be something up with the weather, which might make it more difficult for things to go smoothly as well. See, I'm telling you, this is like a whole movie over here, you guys. I just told like 10 different movies in like one reading. And here's another like confirmation that you guys might be into sports or might be sporty. Oops. With the toothbrush, this just kind of reminds me of like coming clean about something. This also just reminds me of being like attentive. So you might come clean about something. I don't know if it's gonna be about your feelings. This gives me the vibe that it's too soon to confess your feelings. But it could be that you might confess to this person that you find them a little intimidating, and that's when they're gonna tell you, no, I just wanna do things my own way and be peaceful. Like they might even be like, I'm sorry I come across like that, but that's not really me, you know? I feel like with smoke, one of you might smoke, but I just feel like in general, you're just gonna have a good time. You're gonna be relaxed and just enjoy each other's company. With hat, I see this in this case as kind of like, oops, sorry, just like removing formalities, like taking off the hat, you know, removing all those formalities so that you can get to know each other. With the dog bone, I see like loyalty here, like you're a little obsessed and too loyal to this person. None of this making sense. Like you just really want this person. You want this person's loyalty and you want to give them yours. With roses, you got both roses, rose earrings. This person might bring you flowers. Maybe you have a very particular flower that you like, and they bring you that. So I mean, that's a really nice detail. So congrats. And finally, for like your cards, mini cards, you guys got the High Priestess, so it might serve you guys to really be intuitive, use your intuition, you know, bring out your best self, you know, really get to know this person. Watch out for any red flags. I don't know why that came through. And then with Five of Spades, I think this is Five of Wands. So yeah, I see this again being about difficulty and conflict. So for some of you guys, it might be a little challenging to talk to this person at first. Or if you're at a party, it might be difficult to even approach them because like everybody's trying to approach them. and stuff. With 10 of diamonds, I think that's 10 of pentacles. I do see the potential of this being like a good union, almost like a little bit like an opposite attract kind of thing, but it could work out. With the postcards down here, I see this as like sharing your feelings with this person. And finally, with this card about having like roses in it, again, this person might bring you flowers, or you just might have like a lot of flowers around your house. All right, I hope this all made sense too. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring out like some letters, and hopefully you guys can like get just a few final messages from that, and we'll be done with this reading. All right, so I kind of color coded this for you guys. You guys got a lot of hearts, so I do feel like you really like this person. There's a sense of like really liking this person. I also did see hell. Not hell, I'm sorry. I thought I saw an O, but I guess not. Let's put a heart. Hello. Like, you might be saying hello to this person for the first time ever. No, I'm just kidding. No. Like, you might be nervous when you say hello to this person. Pet. One of you guys might have a pet. You guys might really like Michael Jackson. For some reason, that came through. IQ. Something about somebody's IQ. XY chromosomes, I guess. So a man, maybe. There's also XX, so man and woman. I don't know why I got all scientific, you guys. I don't know what I'm doing. I see game. You guys might play a game. If this was an O, I see joke. You guys might joke around a lot. You might say hella a lot. Or you might say hella. It's funny. This person might be tall. So this is all I have for you guys. I think this is where I'm gonna end this reading. I hope this resonated, or you know, it was a little bit fun for you guys. I don't know. This reading so far has been like so fun. As far as like the content itself, I'm not a fan of these interruptions. But you know, I'm working on it. All right, so if you feel drawn to a different pile, you are more than welcome to pick a different pile as well. But if not, I will see you on my next reading. Bye bye. So you're reading pile number 4. So this is the last pile for today's pick a card reading, and you probably picked, oops, sorry, didn't mean to cause an earthquake. You might have picked this agate right here, very beautiful. One of my favorite crystals here. Honestly, they're all my favorite. I picked them, so. So for today's reading, we're gonna talk about what's gonna happen between you and your boo this Christmas or during the holidays. So we're gonna go ahead and tap into the energies and see what's gonna happen, the way it's gonna kind of work. The first 3 piles are gonna delve into who your person might be, and like, and this is supposed to give you a bit of a confirmation if this is your person, someone you're already with. And if you're not with anybody right now, these are some qualities to look out for. So, you know, keep an eye out for that. The middle row is going to represent like what is actually going to happen in, you know, this event. The 2 flowers here are supposed to represent the overall feeling of this event. And here at the bottom, we do have some advice from the universe to you during this situation. And then finally, we're going to be using my handy dandy love oracle deck that I made myself. These are like love languages, but I've been using them to kind of interpret what might happen in this like scenario, and it has been really, really helpful. So we're gonna also use that, and then we're gonna use some charms and letters that are in this little purse to find out even more information about this. So this is gonna be a long reading. I think all these readings so far have been really long. And but I mean, I've been finding them really fun and entertaining. So hopefully this is all entertaining to you guys. So starting off from the very top, you guys got Queen of Shells, Two of Gems, and Six of Gems. In tarot, this would be Queen of Cups, Two of Pentacles, and Six of Pentacles. So right off the bat, I'm getting very feminine vibes with this person. This could be a woman. Doesn't have to be, but I do get the feeling that this is a woman. And maybe just because there's a queen here, but this is somebody who is very intuitive. They are very generous. They are somebody that are very busy, so they could have like a charitable type of business. They could be involved in like a nonprofit organization. They could just be doing like their own like regular job, but doing charitable work on this side, or you know what I mean. She or he are just very like in tune with themselves, and they care about humanity. They're all about uplifting the humanity through charity. And if this isn't about work, this just could mean that they are somebody that loves to give back to their family, maybe their community if they go beyond that. But I feel like this could be about their family. So this is the person that the people in their family always go to. They might annoy you a little bit, but this is a person that, you know, their family is always going to call them in the most unexpected of times, and this person is going to drop everything to go and like take care of it. It doesn't always have to be like that, but I do see this person as being somebody who is empathetic. She really puts herself in other people's shoes, or he. They're always going through like that work-life balance. I feel like this is a constant issue in your relationship, and it doesn't have to be like a deal breaker. It's just something that comes up constantly, especially if you're somebody that is not quite as involved with their community as they are. With Six of Gems, generosity. Yeah, I do. I just, this pretty straightforward too. This person could be a water sign. I do get very strong water energies here. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I also get a lot of earth energy. So I think this is a person with possibly like water sun with a lot of earth earth in their chart. It could be the other way around. It could be like a sun in an earth sign with a lot of water energy in their chart. Because I don't know, this gives me a very stable kind of person, and they have like the finances to give back to others and stuff. And I think it really does come from genuine kindness. So I think your person is a very kind person. Like, I think you're very lucky to have this person in your life, and you don't doubt that this is like the one for you. So I feel like if you're single, you're gonna meet this person in the future, and these are the qualities you're gonna see in them that are gonna attract you to them. Like, the first thing you're gonna notice is how like generous and helpful they are, how willing they are to help out other people and not just themselves, you know. And I think that's what's gonna stand out like to you about this person. And then with this person being a queen upright, this is somebody who is very mature. They're very in tune with their feelings. They're in tune with their intuition. They have very strong gut feelings. So I feel like this person has kind of learned to discern who is like an energy vampire, and who has genuine intentions towards their generosity. So I don't know. Me personally, I think you hit the jackpot with this person. This sounds like a really good person. So for the middle row, you guys got Eight of Wings, Two of Shells, Two of Wings, King of Shells, Morning Glory, which also says affection and determination. Bend is Mallow, which is delicate, fleeting beauty. So in tarot, Eight of Wings is Eight of Swords, Two of Shells is Two of Cups, Two of Wings is Two of Swords, King of Shells is King of Cups. So one thing I find kind of interesting already is I see the Queen is here, the King is here, they're both upright. It's an empath and a visionary. I feel like this is your energy. You could be a man, but not necessarily. Or, I mean, I just feel like you are like, you're like somebody who is also very in tune with themselves. You're also very mature. So I feel like this connection is very stable in the sense that like any sort of like issue between the both of you about balance and work and romance has kind of been sorted out already. So I feel like it still comes up, but not as much as it might have in the beginning of your relationship. What? Sorry. Another thing I'm kind of noticing is we have twos here. Two of gems, two of shells, two of wings. So you might be seeing two, two, two everywhere. You know, the whole idea of like union coming your way. You also got the card 22 here. And then 11 adds to 2 if you reduce it to its number. So I see a lot of like 2 energy, this whole idea of being united. And if you think about it, these are in pairs. 8 come in pairs. I'm sorry, I know this sounds weird, but like that's just kind of what I'm noticing. There's a lot of feeling of unity here. And I know I'm gonna talk about the Christmas stuff soon, I promise. I'm just picking up so much more than I thought I would. So one thing I wanted to add before I start talking about what's gonna happen is the cards down here, because they're kind of giving me a bit of an interesting story. This one is very different from the other piles that I've done so far. I don't know why the last pile for all my readings is always so different. It's so interesting. You guys got memory album. Find what you enjoy doing together. Let them sleep in. Thank you for taking care of me. And I can't imagine how hard that was for you. And then cuddle on the couch or bed. Sit close as you watch TV together. And then for some advice from the universe, you got heart of the matter and look to your inner strength. I feel like this pile is so low key that what they end up doing for like Christmas or New Year's, the holidays in general, they just end up staying home. They just kind of want to be in like each other's arms. I feel like this is the kind of union where like I don't really think it's so new that it's super passionate. You know, like you want to have sex all the time, you know, like that. But I don't think it's the kind of union where you guys have been together for so long that you don't even like bother waiting for each other like to go to bed. I think it's like that sweet spot of like you guys still like you guys just enjoy each other's company. And there's couples who like make it work so that they're always like happy to be with each other, if that makes sense. Like they always try to do things together so that the relationship doesn't die out. This is the kind of relationship I'm getting here. This is the kind of relationship where like you guys put in the effort. Not that other couples don't do that, but you guys in particular put in the effort to make sure that you guys do things together frequently, because you're both aware and you both decided that you don't want this relationship to just die out. You don't want to be like other people whose relationships like like die out. You guys want to keep it alive as much as possible, and you're aware because you're both mature individuals, you know, by yourselves, that the honeymoon phase doesn't last forever, but it doesn't mean that like your love for each other has to die out. Does that make sense? It doesn't mean that relationship has to end once the honeymoon phase is over. So I feel like you two are very aware of this. So I think you guys do your best to like do romantic things for each other. And I think that's like very, very sweet. I feel like this is the kind of couple that hasn't, it's not married yet, but they're kind of on their way there. And the way I kind of perceive this relationship, I feel like you're both just gonna kind of like stay home for the holidays, like just the two of you. I don't feel like you guys have any kids yet, or maybe the kids are asleep if you do, but let's just say for the sake of this reading that you don't have any children. You both are just kind of spending the time together, you know, just being in each other's arms. Like, I don't know, I just really get this sense that like you guys keep a memory album, or you want to start like a memory album of just you two, like things you used to do together, just you guys. You know, it's interesting, my parents actually have something like that. They actually have an album of like just them doing things together. It's like really cool. It's so retro at this point. But you know, some couples like to do that, so it's not like a dead a tradition. You know, some people still do that. I think with let them sleep in and cuddling on the couch, bed, whatever. And then if you guys see this child like asleep, I feel like you guys are gonna be in bed. It doesn't have to be like you guys did anything. It could be for some of you. And one of you guys is gonna be asleep, probably this person. And you're just gonna think about like, you're just gonna like look within and just think about like all the memories you made with this person. I know it's so weird. It's so low key. It's not a party. It's not like you guys are celebrating. You guys are literally just in each other's arms, chilling, asleep, cuddling, whatever, watching TV probably. You know, you guys don't really want to try too hard this year, or whenever this happens. I mean, it could be this year, you know, people be quarantining with each other, you know. And while they're like asleep, you know, you're gonna think about like how much you really appreciate this person. I almost feel like this is like a love letter, like a love letter to your person while they're like asleep and you're watching TV, and just gonna reflect like how much you care about this person. You're gonna think about the things you enjoy doing together. Like, again, going back to the whole memory thing, like I think you guys have like a plethora of like sweet memories of each other. I think for some time you've been a little indecisive about something. This could be about proposing to your person, or if you're waiting for them to propose to you, you're a little bit scared that you might not be ready for that life yet, if you believe in marriage. Or maybe taking like a commitment to the next level for some of you, whatever that means to you. And I feel like with this, with these two together, indecision and look to your inner strength, I get the sense that like you are a little bit indecisive, but you are stronger than you realize. Because I feel like this King of Shells is mature. They have a vision for their life, and even if they don't have like an exact vision, they know they're on their way to something and their future is with this person. But sometimes, you know, we're all human. We might get like insecure. We might think about the things that we're not good at, the things we don't have, the things we aren't, and that can get in the way of things. And then the other reason why I think this is just gonna be super chill, relaxed night with just you and your boo is because of these two cards right here. We have affection and determination, delicate fleeting beauty. So I feel like when you watch your person sleep, you're just gonna feel like they're the most, like, I know it's gonna sound corny, but like the most beautiful person in the world. Like you're never gonna find beauty like this somewhere else. You know what I mean? It's like it doesn't even have to be like just physical beauty. It could just be the way they are that makes you feel like, damn, like where else am I gonna find somebody like this that gets me? You know what I mean? So you guys, I'm getting so like, oh, it's so exciting. And then with morning glory, oh, you know, something about morning is coming through here. Affection and determination. I feel like your person doesn't even have to do anything, but while they're asleep, you just kind of have to come to this decision that like that, you know, that you don't ever want anybody else, and you're like determined to stay with this person for like the rest of your life, you know. And this doesn't mean that like you're gonna have a ring ready to propose to this person. And it doesn't even mean that you have to tell this person. It just means that like you're mentally prepared, and it's just something that you might keep to yourself. Either way, it's just such a nice thing knowing that like, you know, you're wanted and you want somebody like mutually. I think that's just like, I don't know, it's just so sweet. So I don't know, I just feel like this indecision here is just being balanced. And I think you just need to trust your gut, and you know, just really think about like your situation with this person. So again, just to recap, I don't see like any party happening. I don't see a celebration. I only see like two people like enjoying each other's company, spending the night together. Whether that turns to sex or not doesn't really matter here. I just feel like somebody's just gonna come to this realization that they really want to be with the other person. And it's just a lot of reminiscing about the past and thinking a lot about the future. And also with the heart of the matter here, with the heart of the matter, like it just really makes me think like you envisioning a future together. Like it's just, you know, it's like there's like an angel. I feel like this is kind of like you watching over your person while they're asleep. And I like heard something like the heart of the matter is I love you. I love this person. And you being like the visionary, like you do have a vision for this relationship. It's not something sudden, like you've kind of been thinking about this for a while, and it just really like makes sense to you now. Like everything all makes sense. So it's like you don't have any more doubts about this relationship. Oh my god, this was very like straightforward because I don't really have any other messages for you guys, but I feel like of all the piles, this one is very like touching. I don't know, it really touched my heart, you guys. I don't know about y'all, but it really touched my heart. So congrats, whoever this person is. Okay, I'm gonna get your charms, and we're gonna find out a little bit more about this relationship. Alrighty. Okay, pile number 4. So we're gonna go over your charms, and we have more charms at the bottom, so I'm just gonna work from the top to the bottom of the charms. But here's what we have so far. And interestingly for you guys didn't get a lot of like channeled phrases. But gotta work with what we got. Sorry, just one last thing I wanted to do. I got something about friendly, and it just makes me think of like your partner being a really friendly person. I think one of you is good at dancing, or maybe you're both good at dancing. I also kind of imagine, like, since this night is so low key, like both of you might just do like a small like a short dance together. It's just like something like really friendly and playful, and with Kent here by itself, I feel like you guys might drink some beer or something. It just seems so low key here. I think you guys are also gonna listen to your favorite music, and I feel like you're gonna admire your partner's beauty until the sun rises or something. So very short, I know, but I already see some very nice messages. Even though this was like pretty short and sweet. For your signs, I do have Capricorn, Gemini, Libra, Taurus, Cancer, Leo. So, just thinking back on the beginning of the reading, we did mention that this could be like an earth sign, or an air, not air, sorry, a water sign, or it could be like water with earth placements, or earth with water placements. So very interesting. But we also do have some air signs here. It doesn't have to be any of these, but you know, just keep this in mind. I do know that Leos can be very generous people also. So there's that. And Libras are all about balance. So I do see this making a lot of sense. And then Gemini being like the representation of lovers. And then I'm, led to this, just kind of keeps taking me back to the whole number two, that has showed up like constantly in this reading. So there's a lot about being in union here. I see the lock here. I think this person has the key to your heart. I also see this like saxophone here. Like you guys might be into jazz, or you have very similar like music preferences, so you guys never struggle with that sort of thing. And then I'm gonna move this up because we're done with these up here. So for some letters, you got IE, CRH. These could be some initials. I did see cry though, so maybe somebody might cry for some reason, like crying of happiness, H for happiness or something. I see air possibly. Maybe not like one of you is an air, like somebody just might, how do I say it, have some important things that they're gonna like own in the future or something like that. I don't know, it just makes me think that they're very important in their community or wherever they work in. With this shield being here, which I think it appeared in a different pile, I do see as one of you wanting to protect the relationship as much as possible. I think this person might push your buttons sometimes, but not in like in a bad way, like they're trying to bring out the worst in you. I just feel like they just kind of do it like as a jab. I think this couple is very comfortable with each other. I think this person like fills your cup. This is like a little tiny cup. They really fill your cup. This could also be like a water sign, which from what I've gathered, you're King of Cups and Queen of Cups energy. See, and here's two like exact same gems here. So this is another representation of two. I see, I've gotten these for every single pile. I'm like really shook. except for this one. I know these two have come out in every single pile. This one came out once in a different pile. But anyway, so these are tools of communication. That's how I see these. Changes in the relationship, mending the relationship for some of you. For some of you, it could be cutting ties with something that's not working in the relationship. So I see this a lot being about working on the relationship. So all of these piles had something about working on the relationship. So I find that interesting. And you get like the fork and the knife. I feel like this is like you guys are gonna have like a lot of food. You guys are just gonna like indulge in like festivities to season. Just have like a lot of fun, you know, with whatever you're doing. For some of you guys might actually travel somewhere. And this could kind of explain why it's so low key. Because maybe you guys are gonna travel somewhere, like a resort, and that's explains the lounging around, not really doing much, because you guys are just trying to relax. You might be going on vacation. And I see the the bone here, which to me represents like loyalty, you know, balance. This reminds me of like a balanced relationship. Yeah, like I said, I feel like this relationship is gonna be super balanced, very very in tune with each other's feelings. I think you might gift your partner like a fancy gift, or they might give you something fancy. Like even if you guys just like lounge around all day, like you guys are just gonna give yourselves like a little something something, you know, to like, you know, compensate of not doing anything. And then with like the shades being here and the glasses, this really makes me think of like insight, and this makes me think of you having that sort of insight about this relationship, like that aha moment. And also this is like two people, or two emojis I guess, with glasses, so it just makes me think of like the pair. So I see like a lot of pairing, union, you know, just overall good stuff. And then I don't know if you guys can see the cards down here, but you got, oh my god, you guys, I'm sorry. You guys got Paris, the Eiffel Tower. So like I said, you guys could definitely go on vacation. It doesn't have to be to Paris, but it could be somewhere on vacation. This could also represent a tower moment, but to me that could just be the aha moment. And then this kind of like stood out to me, the two birds and two hands, just that symbolism of two again. Two of spades, I think that's two of wands. You guys got two again. Eight of pentacles, five of wands. With five of wands here, I kind of see it as being a little bit about like internal conflict. With the devil here, this could just be another confirmation, well, the mini devil. I could just see this as like a confirmation that this could be a Capricorn, like specifically a Capricorn that you're dealing with. It could be the whole idea of like indulging in excess, indulging in like a lot of food, a lot of sleep, a lot of drinking. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, here's like the drinking. So you guys might like, you know, sleep a little too much, but like, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Like I don't see the devil as being like a threatening presence here. It's just kind of like you guys are just really gonna indulge and not be bothered by it, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. And finally, you just have like a little postcard here. Let me see if it says anything in particular. Sorry, it's so small, I have to look at it myself. It says service in there, so you guys might use like a hotel service or something, or like Uber Eats, Postmates, you know, or just like a service, or pizza delivery, just anything that like brings you food or like drinking, you know, like you guys are not trying to like go out because you guys are so like cuddly, and you know, you guys are just like cuddling together, like you don't, ain't nobody got time to go out. All right, so that's all I got for your charms. Oh, I almost forgot about this one, sorry. um this always makes me think of like the ocean, so well, it makes me think of two things. It makes me think of like a baby, or it makes me think of like the ocean. So you guys might go to vacation somewhere like where the sea is nearby. You guys might live near the sea. I don't know how you do that. That seems expensive, but congrats if you do. I'm not sure how else to interpret it. See like the shell, star, seahorse. I don't know. I've heard seahorses mate for life, but I could be wrong about that. So correct me if I'm wrong. And I mean, the seahorse kind of reminds me of like pregnancy. So there is a potential for pregnancy here if this ends in like a night of passion and stuff. But yeah, so that's all I have for your charms, and I'll move on to your letters and we'll be done with this reading. All right. All right, you guys. So I went ahead and color coded it for you guys. So if you see something that stands out to you, you know, let me know in the comments. If not, it's okay. I mean, it's just like something I like to throw in there. So I did see like I don't, it doesn't mean anything to me. I did see like these hearts between the A, so this is another 2 imagery. Your person's name could start with an A or have A in their name, like either first or last name. I see you are love, like you are my love. You guys might listen to like Fall Out Boy, like you might like that kind of music. I see show. You guys might be watching like a show together. Fur. Maybe you guys have pets? You guys could have like a pet, like maybe have a cat or cats. Yep, cats. Some of you guys could have cats. You are home. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, you guys, that's perfect. I'm just gonna end the video here. Let me know if this was like fun or interesting for you guys, or if this resonated in any way. If you feel compelled to pick a different pile, that is perfectly fine too. You know, I really absolutely enjoyed doing this reading. It was challenging, not gonna lie to you guys. The first 3 piles had like a lot of interruptions, but this pile had like no interruptions. I'm like, that's bizarre. That's really, really bizarre. I mean, it just makes me wonder if this is kind of like the theme of this pile, like there's just no interruptions whatsoever. So, you know, whoever this is for this pile, like, you know, congrats. It sounds like a really great person. But okay, other than that, I'm gonna leave you guys here, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye bye.